Welcome back to Bowl TV and the 2015 World Bowling Senior Championships, live from Samstown Bowling Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Aaron Smith with USBC Communications, and this is the final 3 games of qualifying for the women's team event. We're going to be joined by the United States, who led after 3 games yesterday. They'll be bowling with Japan. We will also have Russia and Mexico on 33 and 34. Russia only has 3 players, so they actually have a pacer as well. That pacer just so happens to be USBC Hall of Famer Robin Romeo's sister, as Robin delivers the strike to kick off today, Tori Carter. So the sisters getting to bowl next to each other for a game, a pretty cool opportunity. We'll get you a quick recap of everything that's transpired so far in the team event here for the women's. We'll give you an update on the men's standings as well, as they wrapped up earlier today. This once again is the 44-foot London pattern, which these competitors saw in singles. Yesterday was the 41-foot Montreal. So everyone sit back and relax and enjoy game 1 of 3 here. We'll get through lineups and, as we said, a little bit more about what's already transpired today on the lanes here at Samstown in just a bit. But thanks again for tuning in. And we will be here until we crown some champions later tonight. So a lot of excitement today here on Bowl TV, and we appreciate you stopping by. All right, for those of you who were tuned in earlier today, as the men wrapped up their team qualifying, the four we thought that were going to advance did end up making it that way. Australia, the #1 seed on the men's side in team competition, 6-game total of 5,087. In second, Sweden, 5,025. The U.S. jumped from 7th to 3rd after a big second game, continued strong to hold on to the 3rd spot with 49.72. And Canada leapfrogged England for the final spot in the medal round with 48.66. England was the first team out at 48.20. New Zealand finished 6th at 47.77. As for all events, Canada's John Chapman did hold on to earn the gold medal with a final 18-game total of 39.22, nearly a 218 average for his qualifying games in singles, doubles, and team event. USA's Lenny Borsch Jr. took silver with 39.04. Australia's Sean Cummings took the bronze, 38.89. First player out of the medal was USA's Ron Moore at 38.72. Moore was the defending all events champion from the 2013 World Bowling Senior Championships. So tonight, Australia, Sweden, the United States, and Canada will be joining us on the men's side. For the medal round, the ladies will be bowling at the same time. Coming into today's 3-game block, the U.S. leading with 24-34, the team of Robin Romeo, Paula Vidad, Lucy Sandlin, and Tish Johnson. Romeo led the effort with a 6.62 series. Sitting in second, Sweden with 24-15. They finished with a big 8.99 game here on our feature pairs yesterday to close the gap between them and the United States. Sitting in third, Mexico, who's also one of our feature teams. Sitting in third, sizable distance between the first two and the rest of the field. Mexico at 22-32, so about 180 pin difference. In the fourth spot, England at 21.87. Rounding out the top four after 3. Australia, the first team out, 21.66. In fifth, the Czech Republic, 21.22. Colombia in seventh, 20.89. Finland at 20.86. China, 20.71. And Canada runs out the top 10 at 20.68. So 6 teams within about 120 of the number going into this 3-game block, so certainly anything can happen. I mentioned that Japan is one of the crossing teams with the United States here on 31 and 32. They were sitting in 14th with a 20-25. Their team made up of Misako Karatu, Sakiko Takemoto, Yumiko Yoshida, and Junko Kuji. over on 33 and 34. As we mentioned, Russia only brought 3 players to the senior championships, so they have a pacer filling in. So their team score is not necessarily going to be in the running, but they can still attempt to qualify for all events and masters through that. The Russian team is made up of Alla Legole, Galina Sukhanova, and Marina Weinman. As mentioned again, their pacer, Tori Carter, who is Robin Romeo's sister. She also spent some time out on the PWBA tour. And our team from Mexico, who coming into today had about a 60 pin cushion or so to advance to the medal round, features Teresa Bikini. She is one half of the gold medal doubles champion in 2013. Scarlett Padilla, Margarita Ramos, and Melva Castro. So now we're settling into game number 1, 4th frame. With having 2 different oil patterns, being the top seed, or the higher seed in your match, I should say, very important. So getting that number 1 or number 2 seed, crucial to selecting which one of the 2 patterns you'd like to bowl on. The other pattern we used yesterday, the 41-foot Montreal. So the higher seed will be allowed to choose. Talk a little bit about all events for the guys. For the ladies, through 15 games, USBC Hall of Famer Lucy Sandlin up by a sizable margin on the field going into the final 3 games with a 15-game total of 31.08. She's the only player to average more than 200 so far. Sitting in second, Suzanne Olsen of Sweden. Olsen also captured the silver medal in singles. She's in second with a 29.80, so about 130 pins between first and second. Rounding out the top 3, Paula Vidad. Her and Sandlin teamed up to win gold in doubles. She's at 29.57, just 8 pins back. Tish Johnson, 29.49. Tish and Robin took home a bronze medal in doubles. Jeanette Baker of Australia sitting in 5th. Robin Romeo 6th. So all 4 U.S. players in the top 6 of all events on the women's side. Martina Beckles 7th. Teresa Picanilla, Mexico 8th. Lena Solkanen of Sweden 9th. And Angie Brown of England in 10th. With 3 games to go. Sandlin rolling early on, spare, followed by a 4-bagger. As the U.S. looks for a perfect fifth frame. Just a reminder, if perhaps this is your first time tuning into the World Bowling Senior Championships this week, if you go to the description below the video, you can find a link to the standings. That's where I just read off all that information from, so be sure to check that out. Also, there is a link to live scoring here at Sam's Town. So if your favorite player or country is not on our featured pair, you can still see how they're doing as competition progresses during our 3-game block. Romeo gets the mixer to kick off the 7th frame. She's the winner of the past 2 USBC Senior Queens titles, defeating her teammate here, Tish Johnson, in both of those victories. This is game number 1 of 3 of the women's team qualifying block. Game 4 of 6 overall to determine who makes it to the medal round. Fidad delivers the strike in the 7th. 2 days ago, she got one of the best birthday presents you could ask for as a bowler. As she recorded the doubles win with Sandlin, so she got to celebrate her birthday with a gold medal. For Sandlin, it was redemption after a silver medal performance in doubles at the 2013 event, when she paired up with Johnson. In all events in 2013, that was the inaugural World Bowling Senior Championships, Robin Romeo ended up taking home the gold in all events, along with Masters competition. Sandlin took bronze in both of those. Once again, this year in all events, through 15 games, the 4 U.S. players are in the top 6. It takes 24 to make it to, or you have to be in the top 24 to advance to the Masters round tomorrow. Coming in to today's action in 24th, Colombia's Gloria Arango at 27-12. Australia's Robin Flynn just a pin outside of that at 27-11. Sandlin once again leading the way in all events. The only player on the women's side to be averaging 200 up to this point for the duration of the event. In very good position to hold off the field, especially with this start. At a 128 pin lead on Sweden's Suzanne Olsen. as we hit the home stretch of game number 1. Mexico's Scarlett Padilla putting together a 4-bagger over on 34. Okay, we'll get a quick rundown of who's going to be coming up to our feature pair next. England will be on 33 and 34. France on 31 and 32. Norway will also be joining on 33 and 34, and Sweden on 31 and 32. So our first 2 games will feature the top 2 teams in the standings. Mexico looking to hold on to a spot in the top 4. They've put together a pretty solid game so far. Only 4 opens up to this point. Putting together a real solid 7th frame here. Margarita Ramos looking to finish off a perfect 7th frame. And Lucy Sandlin in cruise control, looking to take home her 2nd gold medal of the event. Taking a look at the live scoring, Sweden on lanes 47 and 48 for game 1 before they move to our feature pairs for game 2. Suzanne Olsen has struck on 6 out of 7 shots. She did have an open as her lone miss, but still has 2 60s out there if she throws the last 5. Only a few opens for Sweden so far, but looks like the U.S. pace still a little bit ahead, so it's still going to be close for that number 1 seed. The U.S. held a 120-pin lead after 2 games yesterday. And although they shot a solid game in their finale, they were right around the par mark of 800. Sweden put on a show, firing an 899. To really cut down the gap. Here's Sandlin stepping up, 9th frame. Gets the trip 4 for a 3-bagger to set the 10th, 269 still out there. Lucy led qualifying in singles on this 44-foot London pattern. Ended up taking home the bronze medal though. As she lost her first match to eventual champion Kristina Nordenson of Sweden. Question about where England is at. Looking at the live scoring, they are on lanes 49 and 50. But they will be coming to our featured pair next game. They'll be on lanes 33 and 34, so after we finish game number 1, England will join us in game 2. So don't go too far. So they will be live on Bowl TV. Tenth frame underway on 31 and 32. We're a frame behind on 33 and 34. They're just starting the foundation frame. Romeo converts the single pin without a problem. Can still get to 186. Just a reminder, your one-stop shop for all information on the Senior Championships. Be sure to visit worldbowling.org. You can click through there to find your way to the Senior Championships page. A lot of great information on there regardless, especially about the organization's push to get bowling into the Olympics for the 2020 event. It is on the short list of events. So I know we would all love to see that down the road someday, and hopefully sooner before later. And to get to the direct link for the senior championships, you can visit 2015 WSRC.worldbowling.org. For there you'll have the schedule, results, participants information, and much, much more. A lot of cool stuff to kind of go through, and you can even see bowling ball choices and the equipment that players brought. So be sure to spend some time on that afterwards. And of course, later tonight when we're all said and done, we'll know our medalists in all events and team. We'll have a recap on bowl.com later tonight. We've also been posting updates on the tournament to all of our USBC social media pages throughout the event. We also have links to the live streams on there, so feel free to check those out and share them as well. The Sport of Bowling's on Facebook at facebook.com/USBC, at USBC on Twitter, and of course, as we mentioned, bowl.com. Right now we're on youtube.com/bowltv. If you missed any of the World Bowling Senior Championships for 2015, you can check that out, or check out the archives. Along with all the other great videos available on there. Sandlin stepping up in the 10th, first shot. A little bit wide, leaves the 245. She can convert and still get into the 240s. Nice hit for Junko Kuji for Japan, getting the first hit the 10th. Spare for Lucy, so with good count, she won't lose any pins on her all events lead. Suzanne Olsen of Sweden can max out at 244. They're just getting into the 10th frame on lanes 47 and 48. So Lucy gives her a chance to gain a few pins, not many. 6 count gives her 242. Great game out of the gates for the two-time Senior Queens champion. Once again, looking to add another gold medal to her collection here at the Senior Championships. This is only the second running of the event, but Sandlin, who participated in the first one in 2013, captured the gold in singles. This year, she's added a doubles gold medal with Paula Vidal. Great shot by Tish, sending pins everywhere. All events looks like it's on the horizon. And in talking to Lucy, I know the top of her list is taking home a team title here after the U.S. took home the bronze in 2013. Sweden, the defending champ on both the men's and women's side in the team event. So Tisha double in the 10th. One more can get her to 213, get the U.S. to 815 for the game. 32 of 49 would be their total for 4 with the strike. Well, if there's ever a good time for a Greek church, it's on the fill ball, when you don't need 6 or more. So 208, 810, 32-44 for the U.S. For Japan, 7:15. They're at 27:40. They will move on to their next pairs. Mexico and Russia still competing on 33 and 34 in the 10th frame now. Once again, Russia only had 3 competitors, so their group also features a pacer, who just so happens to be Robin Romeo's sister, Tori Carter. Tori actually put together a pretty nice game here. Can still get to 224. So the bowlers for Russia working on their all events total, the 18 games of qualifying between singles, doubles, and team event, top 24, make it to Masters competition tomorrow. And after Masters, we're all done at the 2015 event. Nice game by Scarlett Padilla. She can still get to 238. With 2 more strikes. Already recorded the first one in the 10th. Mexico was in the top 4 heading into today. They were sitting in 3rd. They are looking to hold on. Scarlett's 220 game now after that tough 4-9 lead will certainly get them closer to that goal. Once again, when we get to the medal round, it's a semifinal and then a finals. They're just 1-game matches. The And 1 seed will take on the 4 seed, and 2 will take on 3. So for the medal, when we do get to the medal rounds, everything does drop. And anything can happen in a 1-game match. We've seen that several times with folks who had put up some big qualifying totals, and it didn't necessarily translate into success in the 1-game match. Notably, Johnny Petraglia and Lenny Boris Jr. in doubles for the United States led qualifying by right around 200 pins. a very impressive performance, but when it came to the one-game match, they found some trouble, and the Colombian team of Nicolas Ruiz and Julio Soto minimized their mistakes. I think they only had one open on their way to a 391 to 358 victory to advance to the finals. They ended up taking home the gold, defeating Canada by 1 pin. Melva Castro of Mexico can get into the 200s with good count here. Records 9 for 203. Mexico's going to finish with a pretty solid game here, and would imagine they will hold on to their number 3 spot. Unless England put together a big game, but pretty solid effort. Can get to 774 with a strike on the fill ball. Will be above 3,000 as well. The official tally, 772 and 3,004 for Mexico after 4. Moving to game 5 of qualifying overall. Game 2 of this block in just a moment as teams move around and get to their respective pairs. We'll get you an update on the standings as soon as the information becomes available. But thanks again for joining us here on Bowl TV for the 2015 World Bowling Senior Championships. I'm Aaron Smith with USBC Communications. Been here all week, and we're going to finish up tomorrow, but still have a lot more to decide tonight. The medal round for both the men and the women in team event will take place later this evening, starting locally at 4 p.m. Pacific time here in Vegas. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Quick question in the chat about the Pacers. Does that score count towards the team total? It does not. The Pacers essentially just here to kind of keep the pace so teams aren't finishing too quickly and having to sit around game after game. So also a cool opportunity for the folks who get the chance to pace. They get to meet some new people, and obviously in an international event like this, it's a pretty unique opportunity to get to bowl with some ladies from different countries. So, but the scores themselves do not count towards the total. So as we get ready for game 2, thanks again everyone for joining us here on Bowl TV. We'll have a look at the standings and lineups in just a bit. All right, with game 2 underway, we do have an update on the scores on site and online as well. United States still leading with 32-44. We just saw them in game number 1. They're 50 pins ahead of Sweden. We're at 31-94. We have Sweden on lanes 31 and 32, the team of Crystal Carlson, Lena Stolkanen, Christina Nordenson, and Suzanne Olsen. Sitting in third, Mexico, who we also just saw, with a total of 3,004. Moving into fourth, Australia, 29-63. Then a pretty big gap between Australia and fifth place Canada. They're at 28-77, so about an 86 pin difference or cushion for Australia. England dropped to sixth after a rough 664 game. They're at 28-51. France actually had the high game to kick off the block. They're joining us now on 31 and 32. The team of Francois Augustin, Nicole Plana, Isabelle Chevette, and Pepita Jaquez. They're at 28-41. Finland in 8th, 28-10. Colombia, 27-95. And Chile rounds out the top 10 at 27-74. In all events, Lucy Sandlin extended her lead through 16 games. Now ahead of Suzanne Olsen of Sweden by 141 pins for the gold in all events. Tish Johnson leapfrogged teammate Paula Vidal to move into the third spot, 31-57 now. Olsen at 32.09. Sandlin 33.50. Vidal now in fourth, 31-32. She is 25 pins behind Johnson for the third spot. All right, went through the lineups on 31 and 32. Joining us on 33 and 34 from England, sitting in sixth place with 28.51. Jan Steiner, Catherine Wills, Jan Hodge, and Angie Brown. They're bowling with Norway, who finds themselves in 19th place. Merritt Strom, Eileen Ann Larson, and Kristen Dahl and Sylvie Bergtun-Berg. All right, halfway through game number 2. Sweden has not been shy around the live stream cameras, have been putting together some good games and doing so once again. 2 opens, but Suzanne Olsen, our silver medal winner in the singles event, working on 4 in a row. France also has been steady so far here in game number 2. Just 2 opens so far after they had the high game of the block to start. Looking to sneak their way into the top 4. Doing a nice job of filling frames here. A few strikes, but a lot of spares. England started the day in 4th. They dropped to 6th after 1. Pretty good shot there by Angie Brown, but doesn't get the 7 to cooperate. Thanks again for joining us here in a women's team qualifying. This is the final block for the ladies here at the 2015 World Bowling Senior Championships. After this round is concluded, both the women and the men will be back on the lanes at the same time for the medal round, scheduled to start at approximately 4 p.m. local time, 7 p.m. Eastern. And we will have both semifinals going at the same time. We'll have to move the cameras around a little bit and get some assistance from the good folks at Samstown Bowling Center, who have been very helpful throughout the week and host a great event, because lanes 31 through 34 will not be used in the semifinal round. We will be on lanes 27 through 30 and 35 through 38 for that round. We're kind of limited to where we can actually set up the cameras, but the final matches will be back here on 31 through 34, going on simultaneously. So we definitely don't want to miss that, so we'll do our best to get some good angles for the other matches. We'll go back and forth, and that live scoring link at the in the description below the video is going to be very helpful for not only me, but for following along as well. We'll do our best to talk through each of the matches. On the men's side, Australia, Sweden, the United States, and Canada have already advanced to the medal round. For the ladies, currently sitting in the top 4 after the first game today, the United States, Sweden, Mexico, and Australia. Sweden, the defending champion on both sides of the men's and women's from the 2013 event, the inaugural World Bowling Senior Championships. We will also know our all events champions. We already know them on the men's side. There is no medal round for all events, so to speak. Just the top overall scores for 18 games of qualifying through singles, doubles, and team get the gold, silver, and bronze. For the men, it ended up being Canada's John Chapman winning the gold, USA's Lenny Borsch Jr. taking silver, and Australia's Sean Cummings getting the bronze. Also from all events, the top 24 overall will get to come back tomorrow, the final day of competition here at the 2015 event, to compete in Masters competition. The Masters will consist of first a 6-game block, with all pinfall carrying forward. After those 6 games, with alternating patterns, one on the left lane, one on the right lane, with London and Montreal, 44 and 41 feet respectively. The top 8 overall scores will advance to the round robin portion of the event, where 20 bonus points will be awarded if you win your match. So you'll get each competitor will get a game against everyone in the field. So when it's all said and done, the top 4, including bonus pins, will get to go to the final medal round for Masters, and then it's back to the 1-game match to determine who advances. So pinfall drops once you make it to the medal round of Masters, but it carries forward through the rest of it. So those on top of the standings definitely can continue their run towards another medal. shot by Lena Solkanen of Sweden to set up a double for the 10th. She can still get to 237. Once again, they're trying to chase down the United States, who, if you're following on the live scoring, are on 47 and 48. U.S. not having the best game here in game number 2. A few early doubles, but also a few opens. So they're just getting ready for the 9th frame. Our singles gold medalist, Christina Nordenson, do a double take, thought that 10 pin was going to fall. Did not quite make it though. Three opens in a row for Olsen. After the strong start, she can still get to 215, but definitely could have been a lot more. The missed single pin and the chop there in the 9th. Tenth frame underway on 31 and 32. So we'll have some scores and some better idea of what everyone's looking at. France made a jump into contention for the top 4 after a big first game. France moved into 7th after an 8-16 in the opener. Still find themselves about 120 away from 4th, but never know what's going to happen. Obviously, a few teams ahead of them, including England. They're a few frames behind the pace here in game 2. If Nicole's able to get the double, that would be a big help. Gets it, great shot. Nice 202 from Nicole. She's going to lead the way for France here in game 2. But if their final 2 bowlers can find a way to double, they'll be right around 800 once again for their combined score, which has been a pretty good overall number so far for ladies competition. See if Isabel can get the first one after the open. Last frame goes a little bit high, leaves the 3. After the open from Isabel, Pepita starts off with a strike. She can still get to 196. 2 more. France could get to 776 total for the game. Angie Brown gets the strike for England. Had a few opens this game. They need a big finish to stay around the number to make a run in game 6, the finale of qualifying. France finishes up with 766. That puts them at 36.07. Olsen gets to 203 to give Sweden 787. Puts them at 39.81. So we'll get a look at the standings after it's all said and done in game number 2 today, game number 5 overall of qualifying. The U.S. over on 47.48 can get to 769. That would put them at 4,013, so they're still the only team plus. But the rest of the field playing catch-up to those two. Mexico is holding on to the number 3 spot. And Australia moved into 4th after the first game, so definitely still a lot to be decided here. And a women's team, 1 game to go. Still got the 9th and 10th here on 33 and 34. It seems like 31-32, one of the faster pairs. Also the end pair, so that would do it as well. So we'll put all eyes on Norway and England as they finish up here in game 2. Big thanks again to everyone for joining us today, and a big thanks to the good folks at World Bowling for putting on this spectacular event. Just the 2nd edition, but feels like it'll be the first of many. It's been a fun week with everyone. And we're looking forward to capping off our broadcast with Masters tomorrow. Then the 2015 event will be in the books. Started on Monday. We had the opening ceremonies. We've already completed a singles and doubles competition. Men's team is men's team's qualifying is in the books along with their all events. We'll have a better idea of what the women's standings will be looking like after this game, and then when today's all said and done, the only thing that'll be left is Masters. England sets up the 10th with 2 doubles, along with a spare and an open. The ladies from Venezuela look to be joining us on 31 and 32. They enjoyed being on the camera yesterday, so a lot of waving, a lot of saying hello to the folks back home. So hopefully they're letting everyone know that they're going to be back on Bowl TV. All right, 10th frame underway for England and Norway. Jane Steiner kicking it off for England. Got the first strike, unable to connect for the double. Catherine Wills working on a double. This will be a big three-bagger. Good shot. Just runs a little bit high, leaves the 4. Question about who's coming to the TV pair. As I mentioned, Venezuela already setting up on 31 and 32. We'll look it up real quick, though, to see who else will be joining. We'll also have Brazil on 33 and 34. Germany on 33 and 34, so there'll be those two teams. New Zealand will be on 31. And, of course, Venezuela on 32. So those are our teams joining us for the final game of qualifying in the women's team event at the 2015 World Bowling Senior Championships. I'm Aaron Smith with USBC Communications. Been here all week and looking forward to seeing who takes home the team titles tonight. I'm talking to a lot of the players. Definitely the big one on their radar that they want to win and take home to their country and share it with their teammates and coaches. Once again, that's scheduled to start at 4 p.m. local time, so a little over an hour. I know we started a little bit late, so that might push back the start time, but if any changes come up, we will let you know. Both semifinals will be going at the same time. Appreciate the kind comments in the chat. It's been a fun week. And it's been fun getting to interact with folks from more than 30 countries. Sport of bowling speaks one universal language for many, and definitely brought us all together here. Big thanks for everyone who's joined in the chat and has been here all week with us. If you happen to miss any of the rounds of the 2015 Senior Championships, you can find those on youtube.com/bowltv and just kind of search through. Could also search World Bowling Senior Championships in the menu and find it in there. Angie Brown delivers her third strike in a row. Can get England above the 700 mark for this game with one more strike. Gets the mixer, but doesn't get the hit to cooperate. But luckily for England, my math was wrong, and they're already above 700, so. Norway finishes with 679. Their 5-game total 30.93. 7.06 for England. They're at 35.57. So just like that, game number 2 of the day, game 5 out of 6 of qualifying in the team event is done here on our feature pairs. One more game to go. We'll be right back once everyone gets to their starting pairs. So don't go too far. We'll have the lineups, standings, and more coming up next here on Bowl TV.
Bringing that one? I'll bring that one.
All right, game number 3 underway. Our final game of qualifying for women's team at the 2015 World Bowling Senior Championships. We have standings up on site here. United States still in first, Sweden second, Mexico holding on to third, Australia still in fourth, Canada in fifth, France moved into sixth, Finland seventh, England eighth, Colombia ninth, and the Czech Republic in 10th. See if it was updated online as well. All right, once again, standings are updated through the second game today. 5 overall for the qualifying block. U.S. holding on to a 29-pin lead over Sweden. USA at 4,010. Sweden at 39.81. Both teams in very good position. I would not expect them to drop out of the top 4, because there's about a 250 pin drop after that to third place, which is Mexico, 37.36. They're only 3 pins ahead of Australia, who's at 37.33. And then the rest of the field 100 pins away, so they would need very strong effort in the final game, and possibly some help as well from Australia and Mexico to get into the medal round. Canada sitting in 5th at 36.28, so they're 105 out of 4th. France moved up into 6th. They're at 36.07. Finland in 7th, 35.85. England drops all the way to 8th, 35.57. Colombia at 35.26 and 9th. And the Czech Republic at 3,500 even sits in 10th. For our featured pairs, New Zealand is in 16th place with 33.06 on lane 31 right now. Team is made up of Janet Miklos, Link Mushton, Linaire Churchill, and Kushla Burns. They're bowling with Venezuela, who's in 18th at 32.85. Their team made up of Yvette Gonzalez, Norma Rodriguez, Janet Evaristo, and Maria Silvia Cardier. Over on 33 and 34, we have Brazil in 14th at 33.97. Their team made up of Leah Castro, Teresa Belmonte, Lucia Vieira, and Cristina Muelas. They're joined by Germany, who's in 17th at 32.93. Their team includes Ushi Dikov, Bette Moller, Gisela Insinger, and Martina Beckel. Beckel, a past World Cup champion, took home the title for Germany in 1992. Her and Insinger teamed up to take a silver in doubles as well, falling to the United States tandem of Lucy Sandlin and Paula Vidal. The U.S. and Sweden are on the same pair for the final game. Over on 39-40 if you want to follow the live scoring application. Only a handful of pins separated them, so if you want to follow along in that match, both teams out to solid starts. One open apiece. Robin Romeo leading the way for the U.S. team with 4 consecutive strikes to start. We'll take a look at the updated all event scores as well through 17 of the 18 qualifying games. Once again, no medal round for all events. Just the top 3 scores get gold, silver, and bronze when it's all said and done. Sandlin still leading that by 130 going into the last game, so outside of disaster in the finale, she is going to take home the gold, averaging 208 so far with a 35-42 total. 130 pins behind is Sweden's Suzanne Olsen at 34-12. The USA holds the next 3 spots in 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Paula Vidal currently in the bronze spot with 33-35. 22 pins away is Tish Johnson at 33-13. Robin Romeo 1 pin behind that, 33-12. Australia's Jeanette Baker, also a World Cup champion, at 33-09 in 6th. Beckel in 7th at 32-92, and then there's a little bit of separation once again. So that that bronze spot could be anyone's. .43 pins separates those 5 players, so certainly any big game from one of them might be enough to earn that medal. All right, we're hitting right around the halfway point of the final game. For the teams on our feature pair, they will not be making it to the medal round. All of them a little bit too far back going into this final game, but still here to have some fun. And for some of them, still a chance to get into the Masters competition tomorrow. If they're in the top 24 of all events when it's all said and done, they'll have 6 more games tomorrow to attempt to advance to the top 8 overall. Pinfall carries over for this event. Once we get to the top 8, there will be 7 games of round robin, along with bonus pins. If you win the match, it's 20 bonus pins, 10 if you tie the match. And then after that, total pinfall, including bonus pins, will determine the top 4 who will make it to the medal round. And then it turns into 1-game matches once again, like we've seen for singles and doubles, and we'll see for team later on tonight. While I have a second, I'd like to take the opportunity to send a congratulations out to a young man who bowls collegiately for Calumet College, Dakota Daniels. News making its way to me that he took over the lead at the famed Peterson Classic today with a 8-game total of 1650. So congratulations on a pretty big number there at the event. One of the longest running tournaments and toughest to win. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. But yeah, that's what's running across the newswire here. So just passing that along, and a congratulations on an awesome effort. Here's Martina Beckel in the 5th. The left-hander put on a fantastic performance in the finals of doubles. Unfortunately, was not enough to help her and Gisela Insiger into the win there against the United States, but Martina posted a 248 game. That was quite impressive to watch. A lot of great shots along the way. As a past World Cup champion, we would expect such things, and she will be advancing as well to the Masters round tomorrow. She was actually in contention for that bronze spot, was about 40 pins back of the number. Looks like Robin Romeo, the defending all events champion here at this event, started off strong with the front 5 before a 7th spare in the 6th. There were about 5 bowlers who could make a run at it. Paula Vidad Came into the final game sitting in third. She has yet to double. Has 86 in the fifth, with a spare in the sixth. The United States looking like they're going to wrap up the top seed for the medal round. Coming up next, we actually moved back the start time because we were originally supposed to start in a half hour. We won't be quite that quick finishing up here. So by the time they get everything squared away, lanes re-oiled, we're going to attempt to get them out as soon as possible. So I changed the start time to 4:30. If it's
And back home, they say, "Oh, we like when the New Zealand flag." He takes it away anyway when they're ready to.
but we did push it back to a 4:30 start time for the medal round. So we will attempt to get it going as soon as possible. It will be on a different event, if you will, on here. So we will actually turn the cameras off for a second as we move some stuff around. The semifinal matches will be on 35 through 38 and 27 through 30, with the finals being on 31 through 34. So it's going to be a little different compared to the view we're seeing now. This is what we'll see for the final matches, which will be going on simultaneously, both the men and the women's gold medal match. For the semifinals, though, I would highly suggest using the live scoring application, because I'm going to be using it as well. There's actually some pillars kind of off the screen. You can't see them here, but they are definitely something we got to kind of work the cameras around for these matches. But we will go back and forth between the two. We'll get some extra tables out here and move around those pillars the best we can. We've done it for the other semifinal matches, so we'll try to get it a little bit closer and a little more coverage here for our team event and masters as well. Whoever ends up being the closest to us will be obviously the closest one to the cameras, so we'll see how those matches work. Maria Cartier working on 4 in a row. That was a great shot, leaves the 7. Bowling for Venezuela. Lucy Sandlin bowling on lanes 39 and 40 is going to be our all events winner. So for Sandlin, a second gold here at the 2015 World Bowling Senior Championships. She teamed up with Paula Vidal to take home the doubles title 2 days ago. The U.S. team will be taking home another medal regardless. If they win 2 matches in a row, it'll be a third gold for Sandlin to add to her vast collection of awards in international competition. So congratulations to Lucy on adding that title. All right, as we are in the foundation frame here on our featured pairs, a lot of number crunching going on to figure out about who is going to get bronze for all events here. Lucy Sandlin has already taken home the gold. Suzanne Olsen of Sweden is going to be silver. But it's going to come down to either Robin Romeo or Tish Johnson for the bronze spot. They were in only one pin separated them coming into the final game. Tish had a 1-pin advantage over Robin. They were both outside the top 3, though Paula Vidal held the third and final spot. She shot 185 to drop out of the top 3. Robin already in the books at 230. Tish can strike out for 247, so she would need to throw the first one with good count to go around her teammate and take home the bronze medal. The U.S. is going to have the #1 spot for qualifying for the team event. That's decided as well. Sweden overall somewhat struggled this game compared to some of the efforts we've seen from them. Still going to have the second spot easily. But now we get to see who's going to take home the bronze. Once again, this third place will be unofficial until it's determined later through the scoring system for sure. Lucy Sandlin finishing up her 10th frame. You can see Tish waiting patiently for her 10th frame. She is the anchor player for the U.S. So I will do my best to commentate what's going on here. They're a few lanes over 39 and 40. Tish is stepping up right now. Needs a strike for bronze. Comes in light, leaves the 3.56. So that will drop her score into the 220s. So Romeo, if my math is correct and everything is official, will get the bronze after taking the gold medal at the 2013 World Senior Championships. All 4 U.S. players will advance to the medal round starting tomorrow at 9 a.m. local time, noon Eastern. Nice conversion by Wink Mushkin of New Zealand, taking care of the 4-5-7. So she'll get one more shot here on Bowl TV. Once again, a reminder, we pushed the start time back for the medal round for both the men and the women's team event to essentially as soon as possible. So we have it on 4:30 right now on the page, so it's counting down from then. It's about 40 minutes from now. We'll move the cameras around. Everyone will verify the scores, make sure all that's correct. Before you know it, we'll be ready for the semifinal matches. Janet Evaristo, 3 in a row. She can still get to 212 this game for Venezuela. Evaristo unable to get the 10 out, but she'll have a 200 game here in the finale. Regardless, it's a nice finish for her team event. Venezuela in the books, 687 for their final game, 39-72, their final tally. New Zealand's Kushla Burns will have one more shot here and we'll be all done on 31-32. Crowd getting pretty amped up here as we prepare for medal round. These teams are solidifying their position for later on in the semifinals. Burns with the strike to finish it off. 6:55 for New Zealand at 39-61. So we're done on 31 and 32 until the finals. Still have a few more shots left here on 33 and 34 with Brazil and Germany. But we're going to, once again, have the medal round as soon as possible. Estimated time 4:30. We'll see how close we are. New Zealand waving back home. Venezuela, they're all sending their love back home, so we appreciate that. It's been a fun event. A lot of folks having a good time out here, along with the international competition and being able to compete in a world championships. Definitely all about having fun here too. So we have a few more shots to go before we put the wrap on qualifying. Brazil in the books with 695. They finished with 4092. Gisela Insiger will finish off qualifying for us. So once again, it'll be a quick turnaround to the medal round for both the men's and women's team event. Germany finishes up with 736 for 4,029. And that's going to do it here. We're going to start moving cameras around, oiling lanes, and getting ready for the semifinal and final matches for team event. So don't go too far away from Bowl TV. We'll be right back here at the 2015 World Bowling Senior Championships. As Venezuela waves goodbye, we're going to sign off. I'm Aaron Smith of USBC Communications. Thanks again for stopping by. We'll be back hopefully approximately half hour or so right here on Bowl TV. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. We'll be right back.